So why isn't financial literacy taught in schools? It's because it's the secret to becoming free. So if you're watching this video, I know that you're ready to get started with your financial freedom. And one way is to start using your credit cards to create cash flow. A lot of you are out here using your debit card. I'm guilty as well, but I've stopped. Once I realized I could earn up to 2% back every time I made a transaction with my credit card, and just by effectively paying off the balance, I'd be making money, I was hooked. First, a little history about credit cards and debit cards. Most debit cards have the Visa logo, and this logo is inherent to credit cards, and it does lend you some convenience. The convenience is that you can share using your debit card with a Visa logo. It gives you access to things like car rentals, booking flights, and hotels. However, that's basically it. You can get the same benefits and even more if you're using a credit card. Credit cards typically have an insurance on it that gives some type of guarantee for your purchases, which is why it's always beneficial to have one. So, with those very basic information about credit cards, it would behoove you if you were to go ahead and get one today. Debit cards are standard issue on most checking and savings accounts. They're convenient for you and for me, for the bank to keep making money. Yes, the bank makes money every time you swipe that card. The reason being is they charge the merchant to accept the card as a payment. So when you shop in store or online, when you swipe your card or enter that card information, the merchant is actually being charged to accept that as a payment. It's called the Visa Association. The associations were created by banks to give the Visa logo or MasterCard logo or even American Express, and there are actually several other ones out there, but all of them actually have a fee associated with what they charge you to use the card. And while they do offer a lot of convenience, they don't help you build credit. So here are 3 reasons why I want you to stop using your debit card. Number 1, I already said, they don't help you build credit. All it's helping you do is spend the money out of your account and pretty much expose you to some risk, the risk of overdrafting your account. So in all the topics that I discuss, I want you to be financially vigilant and start being more personal and in touch with your finances. I know it doesn't sound fun, but this is the first step to being financially free. So what is the exact difference between a Visa debit card and a Visa credit card? Really, there isn't any. The only difference is one allows you to access your money and the other allows you to access other people's money. And for me, I'm going to always choose to spend other people's money, especially if they're going to pay me to do so. The payment actually acts as a virtual check, and although it is very secure, I still recommend that you pursue getting a credit card. I want you guys to start paying attention to how you use your money and use it wisely. How do you use your credit and use it wisely? Because you shouldn't be buying anything on credit unless you're getting a benefit from it. If you're asking now, just get to the point. The point is you're giving away money. Anytime you have money, your money needs to be working for you. Your money needs to work hard for you. If you don't let your money work for you, someone's out there taking it, and namely the banks are taking it. That's why we're talking about cash flow. So what is cash flow? Very briefly. Cash flow is any time that you use money and you actually get a return on your money. So that's if you have financial investments, checking and savings, well, not checking, but savings accounts, mutual funds, stock accounts, those type of things. Anytime you make money, that's called a cash flow. If you have property and say for instance, you paid $100 for it and then you sell it for $120, that means you made $20 in cash flow. And the thing with cash flow, you want to try to make this money every month. So it's virtually, what do we call it? Another stream of income, and it's passive income. So you're not actively going out here doing labor or trading your time in for the money that you're earning. But just by using your credit card instead of your debit card, you can virtually get paid to spend money. I did it, and you can too. So my first credit card with a cashback rewards was 1.5%, and I could have chosen one of those rewards. And I'm sure you're familiar with family members who like to brag and tell you, oh, I get so many points every time I do yada 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 on my card. Well, the thing about points is points are only valid for things like hotels, flights, and maybe car rentals. And the other thing about points is they have affiliated blackout dates. So that wasn't something I was really interested in. And plus, I don't travel a lot. A lot of people who have points for credit cards, they either travel for work, and trust me, a lot of them just travel for work, and they're using their personal credit card to accumulate those points. So when I chose my card, I chose the card that had a cash back reward. At that time, as I said before, it was 1.5%. Now I've since bumped up to a new credit card. It's actually the PayPal MasterCard, and it gives you 2% back on all purchases. So that means purchases on your groceries, your gas, car rental, hotel, shopping, hair appointments, nails, anything that you can use to swipe your card with, you get 2% cash back. So I like using my credit card for all of my transactions, and I never withdraw cash from the ATM because really I don't get any benefit from using cash. I only use cash if I absolutely have to. And then even I'm using the Cash App. So the example I want to give you is $1,000 of monthly expenses with a 2% cash back reward. So that means you're getting $20 back every month. And you're probably like, that's not a lot of money. True. But you have to think in terms of how banks think of money and how you need to start thinking about your money too. $20 is $20 that you're earning on that $1,000 that you're spending. So you can look at it as a rebate for what you already spent, or cash flow, which is what I look at it as, because this is money that you can actually effectively use towards things like your bills. You can use it for things that you want to save up to buy. This is money in your pocket. More importantly, that's $20 that you can use for investing. There are just a few caveats here. One being, yes, you're going to have to be vigilant and disciplined with your money. But I think that's good because you need to become more in control of your finances. That's how you're going to get ahead. Once you become intimately connected and bound with your money and keep track of it, just like you would anything else that's important to you, you'll soon discover the nuances of money, and you'll figure out ways to make even more money just by simple adjustments to your lifestyle, to your budget, just little tweaks, little hacks. The other thing I was saying is if you don't need money to pay bills, or you don't want to use the money to pay bills, you can use it to fund your stock account. Now, I know a lot of you are working and you probably have 401ks or some type of plan with your employer, but it's always better to have more than one egg in the basket. I say this because effectively you can start saving money that has not been, I should say, after-tax money that is your own. So when you have to take it out, any earnings that you have, of course, would be taxed, but the principal itself is not. So that's something key to remember. But I don't want to get too much involved into taxes and investments for retirement, but I just want to plant those seeds because these are ways that you can just use things that you're already doing to make money. So I know some of you are going to say, this sounds good, but basically in order to make money, I'm going to have to spend money. And that is true. However, this is money that you're already spending. You're doing this already. So what I want you to do as an exercise, because I like to give you things that you can implement right away, is I want you to go look at your checking account. You can look at it online or pull out your statement and just look and see how many transactions are you making with your debit card. The other thing I want you to look at is how many of those transactions, if you're taking money out of your account, like ATM withdrawals, are they charging you fees to withdraw money from your account? So these are effective negative cash flow. So the same way I'm talking about positive cash flow, you're getting money for your money. The bank is getting money from your money, and you don't want that. And I think I'll make another video about negative cash flow. The amount of cash is going to vary by your budget and how much money you spend each month. However, I think it is a very good idea for you to go ahead and make the switch from using your debit card to using a credit card. So the bottom line is you're not going to get ahead by just burying your head in the sand. There's a reason they don't teach you financial literacy in school. It's a secret to set you free. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.